thank you all for coming. Can you hear me? I'm kind of short.
You can bend that at the...
So I'm going to read two pieces, and the first is called A Letter. In the font of, my clip-on earrings are killing me, not my clip-on earrings killed me. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse, 9 Venus flytraps sweating on the back porch, and I call you Aphrodite. My mood ring says I'm dying. I'm so hungry I could eat myself for lunch. In the font of please, 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 I was falling asleep on the bus, thinking about the concentric circles of Hey Joe, wherein nothing actually happens. In the font of Mad Woman in the Attic, I was a cutter, your body was peach fuzz covered, the music was blaring in the blue room, and we didn't know what on earth to do with our eyes. In the font of Have You Heard, Oh My God, of breasts like moons, you know exactly who you are, you know exactly what you do. In the font of I came here tonight to find my friends, I open my mouth and say ah to every click in the slideshow, how she slid through the window, snapped the lid on her poison ring, and followed the spider out. In the font of tonsil hockey and pretend prostitution. Holler at me from outer space, my ponytail is gathering dust. In the font of kick me in the shins written on the mirror in lipstick. I wanted to tell you about Moon River, how I went to the hairdresser with a pile of eyes torn out from fashion magazines, said, here, do this to me. In the font of pink lemonade, they say to make lemonade, to creep your hands along the walls of the house. Before she was a ghost, she was a girl like me, her brother playing on the computer all night. Dear Emily, I mean marmalade, I mean lemonade. All my clothes were bubblegum pink, and all of his were lemon yellow. Okay, and the next piece I kind of wrote for this reading, and for lack of a better title, it's just called You Make My Assets Feel Toxic. But I trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, to be holding Bobby's body next to mine, me and Bobby McGee, as performed by Janis Joplin. We were listening to the Ani DeFranco song about how she forgives her father. It made Jamie want to forgive her father too. We sat on her roof making up a dance between ourselves and our shadows to Dire Maker by Led Zeppelin. And I guess I'm saying that wrong, but I already have my connection to the song. I made my connection, and she had a swimming pool with no water. Our moms both stayed in their big houses after our dads left. Jamie's bedroom was really two rooms separated by a door, and I guess that one of them used to be her sister's bedroom. After school, my mom would call and she would start talking. I could put the phone down on Jamie's nightstand, pick it up 5 minutes later, she'd still be talking. There was this big hippie store in Norwalk that we used to drive to once Jamie got her license. We bought 1 million enormous tie-dye shirts and this poster called 100 Dead Songs. There was a train with a monkey driving it, which meant the monkey and the engineer. There was a 5-pointed swirling star up in the galaxy, which meant dark star. There was a sunflower with a glimmering bead of sweat on it that we supposed meant morning dew. We bought the Janis Joplin album with Crybaby, Mercedes-Benz, and me and Bobby McGee on it. My mom cleaned the pool and raked the leaves and shoveled the snow after my stepdad left. We could have moved to a condo, but she said something about stability. My mom said, you have allergies because Jamie's house is dusty and moldy and filled with dog hair. After we left the police station, I told Jamie's mom I'd never steal again. She said, don't do it for me, do it for yourself. Being good means eating as little as possible. My mom said, I was so bad today. My sister told us, Kristen's so good, she eats a few crackers at lunch. But my mom said, no, 3 crackers isn't healthy. The way the sun shone in Jamie's bedroom window did this cool thing to the wax of the candles. How when we left our yearbooks out on the screened-in porch and the sky turned yellow, started raining, It curled and crimped all the pages. Janie's mom was on antidepressants, so she was really laid back. We called her parenting style laissez-faire. She let Mariah and then Pauline and then Mark Terrian stay with them for months when they were having problems at home. My mom and I got into a fight once, and I left her a note that said, "I think we both need some time to think, so I'm going to stay at Janie's." When my boyfriend broke up with me, I got this awful headache and the room started spinning. My mom came home and I begged her to take me to Janie's, and she said, "Why are you acting this way? What is she, like your lover? My lover? Who are we? Where are you?" Janie had this collage she made out of wrapping paper, and the words from a billboard we saw that said, "Abortion stops a beating heart," which was true, I guess. And that was sad and tragic and depressing, and therefore art. There was something about these anorexic girl best friends who spoke French as their secret language and used to eat a lot and then make themselves throw up. And then one got put in a hospital and got so sick and bad that she cut a hole in her closet wall. And she poured all her food in there instead of eating it.
Oh my God.
I had a pool in my backyard with water in it. We'd walk to the elementary school, smoke pot on the swing set. We saw Kara Rizzo's mom power walking around the school soccer field, picking up flowers and sticks and looking at them. Oh my God, she is so crazy, it is amazing. There was a song on the radio that went, "I want to push you around, I want to take you for granted." We kicked off our shoes while we swung on the swings, said it was our song. Courtney used to draw the anarchy symbol everywhere, but Janie said if there was anarchy, that would mean that killers like Charles Manson would be running free to attack and murder our mothers. There was this thing that happened when Courtney went away to boarding school. At first we talked a lot and wrote letters, but then missing each other got too hard and we became comfortably numb. We used our lunch money to buy a bag of purple Skittles and a bag of Chex Mix from the vending machine, then save the rest for if Pink Floyd ever got back together. We'd go to Janie's house all the time, because her mom didn't care when we ate all the food in the house, and she'd buy cheesecake and bran checks and Pillsbury cinnamon toaster strudels, and we turned all the bread in the house into toast with lots of butter. We made marzipan at my house for a school project once. When it didn't work, we poured it down the sink, and my mother screamed that we clogged the plumbing. Janice Joplin did not exercise. She didn't have to try. She drank Southern Comfort. Janie's brother called it SoCo. She sang her heart out like a shooting star exploding in the sky. I wrote on my notebook, "If you got it today, you don't want it tomorrow, man." I applied this lesson to swim team practice every day after school. Followed the feeling in my chest. We loved the part of the song where she said, "Freedom's just another word for nothing left to do." And then, nothing. That's all that Bobby left me. Janie and I picture ourselves when we're grown up, raising babies alone, pushing strollers together, smoking cigarettes on a porch with rocking chairs. At her brother's wedding reception, everyone wore tie-dye. We stared at the mountains, drank champagne, bounced on an enormous trampoline. Thank you.